Hello everyone, it's Alex here, and I am in Formula Xbox. I am in Spain. Now I apologise for any background noise, it's not in my control. But we are ready for the Spain race, qualifying 4th, not too bad. I could have gone a little bit faster, but the top 3 were out of range for me, and the hards were completely uncompetitive and a completely new setup, so I don't know how this is going to go in the race. But we are about to go out to the grid, and, well, I'm not quite sure what to think of this race at the moment. Because, well, it's going to be difficult because I'm so slow on the hards. But let's try and make this soft stint work for us. We've got RSDRM on pole position as usual, and then I'm back in 4th, and then my teammate is just behind me in 6th place on the hards, 5th behind, all on hards. There's a big difference. And is the track damp? Is the track damp? The track is damp. Track is very damp. And Chicken Macaroons cut me off immediately. Look at Drastic Devil. Fantastic start. I've been hit. Oh. Our Elstrom looks like he's been hit big time. But I was completely blocked by K Gibbs F1. Tricky conditions on this first lap then. Oh my god, the really tricky conditions. As I'm literally tiptoeing my way around. Just about negotiating my way around Kev, hovering the throttle, trying not to spin out, but I bet our Elstrom is going to be quite angry with that kind of thing happening at the start. The track's already drying out, I can see that it's drying out, but this is good for tyre wear, because we're going slower than usual, but me sliding around didn't help, so I'd say that we're about equal. But we've got Is Hazza spinning out and K Gibbs F1. Look at the lead he's got. But I wouldn't expect to be in 2nd place at this point because I've spun lots of times. But K Gibbs F1. Wow, after blocking me in the first lap, he's got a 7-second lead at the end of the first lap. I don't know whether he's got dry track. It's possible. I've had a dry track when everyone else had wet before. So Drastic Devil is a lot faster than me currently. I can't hold him off. He's too fast. I can't go. I'm not very fast in these conditions, it seems. Or the hard is a better tyre to have in these damp conditions, which I've had before in F1 2011, but not in this game. But I've never really had something like this in this game. Right, I'm keeping my curves ready for an attack, but can I attack into here? No. Braking nicely into the left-hander. Going a bit onto the grass, over by the back end of the circuit. I'm going to see if I can launch an attack here on K Gibbs' old teammate. The problem is I'm going off the racing lines trying to overtake him, and off the racing line is wet. Fair racing from Drastic Devil. Nothing wrong with what he's doing currently. Placing his car nicely in all the apexes so far. Nothing to complain about. I'm going to try down the inside of Drastic Devil here. But he is going to get DRS, I know it. But, you know, I'm a racing driver, not a tactician. I'm not just going to wait around for him. After all, this is the long game. Just the lead that he's got. I mean, he must have a dry track. He's only a tenth faster than me in that lap, but yeah, just as I expected. Is he going to cut across me? He does cut across me. But look at that pace there. What? Why has he suddenly appeared behind me? Did he not pass me in the DRS zone? Did he make a mistake? I don't know. But anyway, we are still racing it. I'm doing reasonably well. And Drastic Devil looks like he's dropped back a bit. Will he still be in my DRS? He should be, unless I have a good last sector and he has a bad last sector. Yet again, I apologise if you hear any sounds in the background. They're completely out of my control. But we are in second place and Drastic Devil has dropped back a bit. And I didn't use all my curves in that lap. I can't think of the reason why. But the track is drying out and K-Gibbs F1 is escaping. He's nearly got a 10-second lead now. But as I said, I'm not very comfortable around this track. So I'm going to just stick it out, hope for the best result that I can. Because our Elstrom is already up to 4th place, it looks like. Considering all the spinners that we had earlier in the race, that seems quite likely, although he was right at the back. I would be surprised if K-Gibbs F1 wins this. The Drastic Devil has dropped quite a bit behind me now. But our Elstrom is now the guy behind me, and I might just let him pass. I'm playing the longer game here. I do not want to be fighting with him too much, because otherwise it hurts my race result in the end. Because I know that I'm definitely not the fastest out here. I'm one of the slowest out here. Compared to the front runners, so although I did gain on the leader during that last sector, which holds out some hope. Luckily I only set one timed lap on these tyres, and the others were just an in-lap and an out-lap, well, an out-lap and in-lap even, sorry. You can't do an out-lap, an in-lap and then an out-lap. But I know that our Elstrom is just going to cruise up to the back of me. Using some of my curves along this back straight. I don't know where to use my curves here. Usually I know exactly where to deploy it and exactly the right places, but not today. I'm carrying on, I'm not pitting yet. It appears neither is the guy in front of me. How far behind is RSCRM? He's pitted obviously, unless he's lost 3 seconds in the last sector, in which case what is going on? But I need to extend this stint as much as possible. Really, I'd like to jump K-Gibbs F1 in the pits and give him a bit of trouble. Not for the entertainment factor, because I'm just not very good on the hards. Ooh, moment there, but as you can see on my screen doesn't look like I have a moment. But in real life I'm really like going at the steering wheel. But this steering wheel isn't recognised by Codemasters. They took that software out of the game. It was recognised in F1 2011, so I'm basically driving a thumbstick on a controller which is very, very big and round. That's why if you look at Beaver and Chipmunks or RSDRM or anybody else that uses a proper wheel, you'll see that they can instantly flick their wheel over to the other side for a correction. I cannot do that. It's because it's a cheap steering wheel. But yeah, I lost a lot of time on that lap, as I expected, but I carry on. Trying to hunt down K-Gibbs F1, but it's unlikely to happen given that he had such a good start. But I must say I've hung on a lot better than I thought I did, because at the end of lap 1 it was something like 7.6 seconds, and now it's lap 8 and he's only 10 seconds ahead, so that's only 3 seconds really net loss. Meaning that potentially if we were close to each other that I would have been able to stick to him. But we'll see. We'll see once he pits.
We have a little bit of spare fuel. We should keep an eye on it over the next few laps.
Switching it down to standard fuel mix, just so I don't run out of fuel, because it's the most embarrassing thing ever, trust me. But here we go to the line. My pace is slowly improving. Yeah, K-Gibbs F1 has pitted and I am up into the lead temporarily, I'll add. I have not seen any purple laps from RSGRM, who pitted earlier. I knew it was on the hards. So we'll see what I can do. Rubbish exit there.
7 plus to the car behind, gap 7 plus.
Right, 7.1 in the first sector. Let's see what it is in the second sector. Because if it's more, I really need to pit. Oh, I lost 0.6 of a second there. 6.9, should I pit? Oh. You know what? Yeah, I'm pitting. I was going to try and cause him trouble, but he's too far behind to cause trouble too, so watch out here. I've crashed into that pit entrance before. So that's me into the pits. I'm ready for another stint, this time on the harder tyres. The hard tyres. Not the hard, they are harder, but they're also the hard tyres. Yeah, you got that straight. Good pit stop from my team, and I'm out in 4th place. Yep. Let's switch into standard fuel mix. And just cruise around for the last 7 laps, hopefully. As it looks like RSDRM is still behind me. So now I'm going to give him havoc. Drastic Devil, 122.8. Good lap from him. Very good lap from him, actually. This car does not feel the same on these hards. But I had to do it for the fresh grip that they give me around corners and out of traction zones. But they just don't feel as solid, supple to the road as the others. And RSGM is going to pass me. I wouldn't be surprised if he waits for the DRS zone to pass me. And he is waiting. Very sly. It's like a fox. As I kick up a load of dust right into his face. And yeah, he's hugging my slipstream. He's going to be passed. Unless I completely spam my curves here, which I am doing. Cough. Just enough space for him to fit through there, for me to fit through, without him completely destroying my front wing. Very lucky both got out of that alive, really. But we are back on our way, and I'm in P5. Realistically, I'm looking at around 4th or 5th. There'll still be some good points in this race, despite K Gibbs winning. And I was running a second for a long time. It's unlikely for me to be able to get that, because I'm just so slow on these hards. 1.5 seconds now is the gap to RS DRM, but he looks like he's behind someone. And they've fallen off the racetrack. Traffic. As it's Hazard, what is he doing? Oh, now he's gone off. Well, at least I got a bit of DRS. Don't mind if I do have my own little bit of DRS along here. Buzzing along my limiter. And now the RSCRM has cleared me, set 122.2. Very good lap there. Now, I don't think he can catch the leader. But I don't know what pace K Gibbs has been doing, because his fastest lap, he hasn't really set any fastest laps from what I can remember, although you may see it differently. But Drastic Devil is catching me up. But I'm pretty sure I can hold him off. Unless I make a mistake. Like that one. So I'm just going to have to curse it out of that bit. Horrible kind of way of doing that corner. It's down to 5.1, yeah. That cost me like 9/10 of a second, I think. So Drastic Devil's having a stormer of a race, I think. He is really competitive. Although his most competitive track, I think, is Valencia, from what I can remember last season. Yeah, 124 dead for me. Drastic Devil's gap. I've extended it by 2/10 in the last sector. Maybe the battle is over for Drastic Devil, I do not know. Depends on my pace, depends on his pace. Estrom was pissed off into the distance. But yeah, this is pretty boring right now. I'll give you that one. I meant to take that corner in 5th or 6th, I'm never quite sure, into the heavy braking 4. I can't remember the turns in this. I don't think they're called anything special, but I could be mistaken. I think they're called literally like turn 14 or whatever. Through the very annoying chicane. Now, they should have kept it with the old circuit, which, when the game first came out, you could take it, and you would be massively faster on it, which was funny for a while. almost exactly the same gap forwards and backwards to within 1,000th of a second. As we've got a car in front of us. Who is that? Please say it's no, it's not. It's not any of those two in front. He didn't destroy his vehicle, so no safety car is deployed. I mean, the pace shown by RSDRM here, he's going to walk away with the title. I've probably got no chance. I knew this at the beginning of the season, that the competition would be much higher. Now, we haven't really had Danny or DLT race yet properly. We've had him in Australia, I think, and I think Malaysia, but that was it pretty much. So he is very fast. As Jacek Devil is 4.6 seconds behind me. Now, last time I did this race, I annoyed the grid walker who was in the league. Very short time he's in the league. Because at the first corner, well, the second corner, the left-hander, I squeezed him off the track. He went on the curb and he lost the back end a little. Now, I hope I haven't done anything like that this race. But of course I can't really tell from my perspective, as I still haven't turned proximity markers on. I don't know, is it more skillful to have them off? I don't know. Now, a lot of you have been saying that you race with the racing line. Yes, because usually I forget my braking zones, and it'd be pretty shit that way. Also, in incidents, it helps to have the racing line to make it clear to someone if they're cutting into the racing line, so you can tell who's at fault in an incident. Also, I prefer the racing line just because, well, just gives a bit more direction, if you know what I mean. There's the old circuit. You used to be able to take that before they released the first patch for this game back in September, and you could cut the first corner as well and have something like a 1:16 lap, I think I did back then. It would be good if I could get that now, as I somehow found half a second in that lap in the last sector. Now I'm looking at my mini map, and okay, Gibbs F1 looks like he's got this in the bag, but it looks like I've got myself a podium position, which I wasn't expecting when I started the race. I expect the people on the hards, Rice by Drastic Devil, for instance, who's behind me now, who challenged me for a long time, and I challenged him to really come through. But that wet start, I mean, there's nothing I could do because K Gibbs F1 was just completely blocking me off. I couldn't go to the right because there's people to my right, and I know that during a start there's people everywhere, so I was right behind K Gibbs F1. I don't know really what to say about that start. I'll upload it as soon as possible, so it's already up by the time you see this. I'm just going to upload it, so because there are many incidents at the start, so that the former Xbox stewards can have a look at it, give it themselves a verdict if there's anything that needs investigation. I don't think K Gibbs needs an investigation because it was just my fault. In all fairness, K Gibbs is my old rival, if you want to call him that. I'm a 5-time winner. He's a 4-time winner. He's going to equal my amount of victories today. Now you'll be saying, but you know, if he had stayed in for the last half of the former Xbox season, last season, or the last 8 races or whatever. But I am very strong at those last races, and I know that he dominated Hungary and Belgium. Belgium, I'm awful at. Hungary, I've found a good setup now, but I'm really strong at Japan and Korea. I mean, in TGP series, I got fastest lap in Japan by half a second, and in Korea, I got fastest lap by 1.7 seconds. Now that's insane. And I should have got pole in Korea. I don't think I would have got pole in Japan, only with an amazing lap. But we are concluding this race now. And it's been a race dominated by K Gibbs F1. Mostly because of luck. I think that RL Strong would have given a run for his money. And if I was close, I think I could have given him a good battle too. But congratulations to K Gibbs F1. Good result. Victory. I think it was pole too. But I wasn't. RL Strong got pole. But I'm going to come across the line. Finish in a good 3rd place. Something I wasn't expecting at all. Good result for me. 3rd place on the grid, and now it may look like, oh, your fast lap is so slow. I don't go for fast laps. I never have, and probably never will. Chicken Macaroon though, what happened to him? Down in 8th place. Not good at all. We lost MB Klein in the first lap. We lost Budgie, I think, somewhere midway through. Hazard near the end. And I'm just wondering what happened to Macaroon as Jastic Midge has destroyed his vehicle on the last lap. That's going to put Chicken Macaroon up 1 at least. And so it goes. K Gibbs F1 victory. Alstrom 2nd place, keeping his championship lead intact. Me 3rd place, good podium result. Drastic Devil 4th place, good result for him, good amount of points. Rise Spy in 5th, giving a total of 25 points for Williams. Elusive Kev 6th, Chicken Macaroon 7th, not sure what happened to him. And 8th is Stop Matt, who is the last classified finisher. Justic Midget crashing out on the last lap. But that has been it from me, and I hope you enjoyed this live comm. This has been Alex Dobb, and I'll see you next time.